So this is 338th. It's in framing. You're 2 houses from the beach here. And again, from the second floor, you got a ocean view, and from the rooftop deck, you have a magnificent ocean view. You're also on Cameron, which is a really quiet street. And then you have Palm Boulevard there, where the beach is. So these are the ocean views from 338th Avenue. This is just from the second floor. There's going to be a 3rd floor rooftop deck. And this is what a house looks like when it's being framed. It goes up in weeks. Every day there's a brand new thing to see. We just started framing this 338. You gotta break some eggs and make an omelet. That's the ocean view. This is just the second floor. There's gonna be a 3rd floor rooftop deck. What's up, y'all? It's Oliver with St. Germain Properties. Just driving back from one of the houses we're building on Isle of Palms, 338th Avenue, if you're interested. Hey, this is a follow-up to a video I released a few weeks ago that had a few people reach back out to me and kind of bordering a little bit on, I wasn't really trying to be political, but just about the choppy waters we could be experiencing. Well, you know, if you've been paying attention to the market, maybe you haven't been. You do know that the stock market plunged, interest rates dropped dramatically, and then it was one of the highest increases ever, especially for the amount, it just shut up like a hockey puck. Market regained a lot of its losses. Interest rates actually also went back up. The dramatic increase in the stock value was due to the administration saying there's going to be a 90-day moratorium since so many people have lined up to negotiate, yada, yada, yada. Again, I'm not going to make this a political observation. My hope and my feeling is that within a year, 2 years, 3 months, that we'll get through this, but there is going to be choppy waters. I have to tell you, I deal with some pretty high-end clients. You know, it's really funny, my really, really high-end clients never think they're my highest-end clients, and my lower high-end clients think they are my high-end clients. I've had people call me and say, hey, I want to take advantage of what's going on. Let's put a game plan together. The smart money right now, and we review this on our listings, the smart money right now is going to try to take advantage of some sellers. So let's say that there are 10 houses on the market, let's just say between 1 and 2 million. Let's call them all at 1.5 million. If you go to each one of those, everybody has a different story. Some people might be feeling the stress more than others. For example, there might be a guy on the house on the beach, but maybe he lived in that house and he's already bought a house, Outer Banks in North Carolina. He's gonna be moving there. This is a hypothetical. He saw the market really slow down over the winter. Then it really opened up, and now it feels like the brakes are back on, interest rates are high. He's really stressing. Let's say that it's listed for 1.5. You might throw him a 1.25 offer. He might get insulted, but he might sell for 1.28, 1.29. You might go to the next 1.5 house, and that guy's sitting strong. It's his vacation house. He doesn't need to sell it. He's just, the market's good. And you offer him 1.25. He goes, just please don't, we're not even gonna counter that. And that's okay. But the smart money right now is looking for that. If you are a seller, you've got to be prepared for people pulling that crap on you and know where you truly stand financially. And the most important question you have to ask yourself is, where am I priced? Am I overpriced? Am I underpriced? If you're underpriced, your house should be moving in this market. Or am I just right? If you know you're priced correctly, I'm not saying you don't negotiate, but you should know where you will end up. I can tell every one of my listings within a few, 10,000, 50,000, if it's like, a $3, $4, $5 million house. But I can tell them very close, within a few percentage points of where they're gonna end up. If you truly know where you are in the market and you're priced correctly, you're fine. Stand your ground, you'll close. There are not a lot of buyers out there, but the buyers out there are very strong. If you're overpriced, you gotta get that shit priced correctly. Pardon my French. This is the worst market to be overpriced. People will watch you plummet down. There'll be 20 buyers watching you down, and then finally one, you'll get so low that one will jump in and give you an offer. You will get a much better price in this market if you get multiple offers. I know you're not hearing much about it. We do still see that on a lot of our offers. Even if they're not multiple offers, there are multiple people interested. Right now, I have a listing in Fairway Dunes and Isle of Palms, and I use poker betting strategy where I try to get, when you have a good hand, and that's a good listing, I want to get as many people in the pot as I can to try to bid up the price. Even if once I get an offer, and I might try to get the offer from the weakest client to shop it around, but once I get that offer, I know it's going to elicit interest, and then at that point I'm just looking for the strongest buyer. So you can still do that in this market if you're a savvy listing agent and you're priced correctly, but you can't do that. If you're priced $200,000 over market, people aren't going to believe you. But if you're priced at market, and then when I come like, hey, listen, we have a buyer, I'll be straightforward, I'd love it to do it with your guy, he's cash, this guy has some contingency, not major, but he wants to use financing, get an appraisal, the normal stuff. If we can get you where this is, I think you could win this. And that's how we get a lot of our offers, with really strong. We're always in this market, I'm really looking for our strong buyer. Anyway, the smart money right now for buyers, you're putting in offers, even maybe offers that are realistic, but I don't want to say insulting, but let's call it demeaning. Not quite an insult, a backhanded bless my heart, as we would call it in the South. Bless my heart, that's a low offer. I want you to put those in right now, within reason. They've got to be justified. And you can't do that on like a brand new home that's going to sell in a day or two. That's priced correctly. But if you're looking, the smart money right now is looking for good deals. If you're listing, get that house priced accordingly ASAP. This is not the market you want to be floating down your price in. People will watch. Once they know you're dropping and dropping and dropping, they see the pattern and they won't stop it. They'll just wait for it to keep coming down lower until, you might have 20 people watching it until someone's like, oh my gosh, this is so low, I'm just gonna jump in. And you don't want to sell a house like that. All right, people, well, buckle up, enjoy the ride, because we're gonna probably have a few more months, maybe a year, maybe 2 months. Who knows how this is all gonna work out, but it's gonna be choppy like this. But hey, with that comes opportunities if you're, confident in your own financial position and where you stand and you have a plan. We'll talk soon.